Anyways, that's how we met. Big Disney lovers. Met each other on Instagram, Facebook.
His first message to me was actually about the fact that he worked there. I was staying at the Port Orleans Riverside. He's like, hey, you should go over to the French.
That was 2 years ago. 2 years since we've done that video.
Oh my God.
Shame on us. Shame.
We are back. Woo! What?
We went from the last video,
Just dating.
just dating, now to, and then to engaged, and now to husband and wife.
He liked it.
So I put a ring on it.
So in our last video, we talked about how we were just about to go to Walt Disney World, and little did he know he had a big event planned when we went to Disney, and he proposed.
Yep.
Then got married.
Made a family.
No, not quite.
No.
We didn't do that.
We became a family. We didn't make a family.
There you go.
Let's see. Since our last video, we have gone to Disney World a few times. 3 times.
Or 4.
We have taken 2 Disney cruises.
Yep. We went to Disney. It was actually a big family trip. It was my nephew's first trip. Big exciting proposal there. Then our next trip was our honeymoon. We did a Disney cruise, both of us for the first time. Then we went for his birthday in November. He had never seen Disney Christmas before, also had never been there on his birthday. So that was 2 first timers that we got to knock out. And then we just went on another Disney cruise back in April for our 1-year anniversary. Now we are currently like 30 days away from going to Disneyland.
Disneyland.
His first time as well.
First time.
My
first time not only to Disneyland but to California.
Yes.
So this Georgia Southern East Coastian moved to Illinois and had never been to the West Coast ever or even out west. So this is my first time to experience all the culture, the food, the climate, everything. So I'm super, super stoked. I can't wait. The weeks cannot fly by fast enough. But we definitely want to bring you guys along for that journey. We have been invited to partner up with WDW and Beyond to come along with this adventure. So we have Rob from that group, who is not only part of the podcast, he's also Danielle's dad, which is now my father-in-law.
We're a little biased.
So just a bit. I kind of wish, we could have kept up with you guys a little bit more over the last couple years with everything going on, but life moves really fast, especially when you are madly in love. Essentially, we are super blessed to be together and to have this experience and this passion for Disney that we want to share with you guys. And we have some awesome, exciting things happening within the next year. We are actually going to be moving down to Florida, hopefully next May. Plan A. Plan B, probably going to stay here in Illinois, but Plan A, get our fannies down to Disney World. Hopefully Danielle can get
become a cast member.
Yes, get a job down at Disney World. So all of you recruiters down there, management experience, retail experience, awesome experience, like Disney lover through and through, someone who's going to do well.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to be there with us while these experiences were happening, but now we are able to, be able to tell you about our experiences. So we're able to tell you about our cruise experiences, tell you about Walt Disney World I've been with my family numerous occasions. That's all I've done. He's able to tell you Walt Disney World through a single rider, and then now we're able to tell you about the cruise experiences, and then, like you said, we will take you along with Disneyland, and then we'll also be able to talk to you about that afterwards. We love talking Disney, especially with each other, especially with others. So the other thing too that we want to do is kind of be together, but also kind of do our own thing. He loves the video games, and I love the history and whatnot, so we'll be able to sit there and kind of give you our own take on things as well. So you will see our faces together, and then you'll see them kind of separate. So, yeah.
Different segments, different things. Again, life happened. And I think the reason we have been on hiatus is, frankly, we are just enjoying our marriage. We're enjoying the beginning parts of our lives together, and I couldn't have imagined my life going off with anybody else but you, and super happy about just a ton of things that's transpired in our lives, and all the wonderful things that come along with it. I mean, obviously everyone has tragedy that happens, but we also have a lot of triumphs, and I feel like this is a good outlet for us. This is a way for us to share our love, all things Disney, with everybody. We're not in it for personal gain. We're in it because we love it. I mean, why not share it?
So, now that you got recapped on the last 2 years of us, we're going to go into our history with Disney and how we got here.
First off, I went to Disney World as an adult. I was 21 years old. Mom was like, hey, it's time to go. So Mom packed up. Just needed to go and just kind of get away for a little bit with some things that were happening. So we went, and it was incredible. I remember seeing the castle for the first time, and it just all sank in. I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this on TV, on all the infomercials, on the commercials, all the previews, for all the Disney movies, like Cinderella Castle, there it is. And so that initially sparked my love for the Disney parks. Obviously, I'm a fan of the movies, the video games, everything like that. But after that, we went to Disney for 2 days and I was hooked. A couple years later, applied and got accepted into the Disney College program the first try. And I was very fortunate enough. I know it's something that I needed in my life at the time, so definitely excited that I had the opportunity to work there. I was at Port Orleans Resort French Quarter as a quick service food and beverage cast member. Had a load of fun, met a ton of people, had a great time, made a lot of memories, got to experience all the parks like in full, in depth, and even then I still didn't even touch everything. There's so much to do. After the Disney College program, I moved up to Illinois and had brought all that Disney passion back with me, and just things happened. One thing after another led to this beauty right here who I actually thought had been a casting member because she was such a fanatic of Disney, but she can go into all that for you. But
Yeah. So for me, our first family trip was in '99. We just kind of, the four of us, my mom, dad, brother, and I, we went for quite a few years. It was like every other year. And yeah, we went and loved it. A lot of people have asked about when do you take your kids to Disney? My dad's response usually is, if you're going and you want them to remember it, you want them to go a little bit older. If you want to go and, for you to remember it, that's when you take them a little bit younger. And I don't really remember going so young, but I do remember sitting on my great-grandpa's lap and reading one of my autographed books to him. So I don't necessarily have the memories of Disney when I was 2, but we have those pictures. And I think that's so cool to kind of look back on and see. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so little in Disney. Like, it's still me. I haven't changed that much. I've been to Disney World numerous times to the point I have lost count. Disney World or Disneyland 3 times. This will be our 4th, or my 4th. 2 Disney cruises. One of the last times before we went, I went with my grandparents and my dad, and that was a really special trip because we got them to kind of see Disney through our eyes and see it for the first time. They were kind of like, wow, I understand why you guys are like, why you love it so much. Like, this is awesome. And that time we were actually staying in Port Orleans Riverside, and somebody commented on the post that I posted and was like, oh my gosh, you should go over to French Quarter. The beignets are like top notch, and the key is the honey packets. And yeah.
that was Disney smooth. That was Disney magic.
Yeah. So
in this episode, we want to give a special shout out to a friend of ours,
Christopher.
You know who you are. From St. Louis, Missouri. You smart tech guy who we know and love.
We are on the big screen for you.
That's right. He is apparently our #1 fan. So
already.
Alright guys, thank you again for joining us. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that wonderful good stuff. Thanks again for joining us.
Bye!
Bye.